In this video, we'll look at where cloud data are stored. This matters from a legal perspective since many countries have laws that govern where certain types of data can be stored. To understand cloud data location, we first need to look at how computers store data. And then we'll look at where cloud data centers are. Now, these are fairly complicated technical questions, so I'll give you a simplified explanation. Computer scientists might add a lot more detail and nuance, but this basic introduction should be helpful for the purposes of this course. So how do computers store data? Let's start with a simple example like a Word document. The file consists of little blocks of data, and these little blocks are stored in different places on your local storage device. Of course, as a user, you don't need to know that. You just see the file icon and the file name, which you can click on. In the background, your operating system then manages the underlying data, reassembling the data blocks and presenting you with the document. So how do cloud servers store data? Well, let's move this example to the cloud. As we've seen, with cloud computing, the digital file is not stored on your local device, but on the provider's cloud servers. But it's a bit more complicated than that. See, the data blocks that make up a single file need not all be stored on the same server. Instead, fragments of the file could be stored on different servers. This is sometimes called data fragmentation or sharding. In practice, it means it can be very difficult to say exactly where a file stored in the cloud is. In fact, fragments of the file could be stored on many different servers in different places, all at the same time. Again, as a user, you don't need to know about that. All you need to know is how to access the file through the user interface. And the provider manages storage and retrieval of the underlying data. So where are cloud servers? Well, servers are located at data centers, which are basically buildings full of computers. Major cloud providers like Microsoft or Google operate a network of data centers around the world. Where exactly a cloud provider ends up storing your data may depend on various factors, including where space is available, how quickly and often the data need to be retrieved, and the cost of storage. Given these global networks of data centers, your data could, in theory, be located anywhere in the world. So what are the legal implications? Well, data location can have legal implications. For example, many countries have laws that restrict the transfer of data about individuals to other countries where their information might not be protected adequately. Further, a customer might be concerned that if their data is stored in a foreign country, the foreign government might demand access to it. And we'll deal with these legal issues in detail later in this course. For now, it's important to know that the major cloud providers have responded by allowing customers to pick a geographic region where their data will be processed. For example, an AWS customer in Europe can select one of a number of regions in Europe. Different cloud providers describe such geolocation options using different terms, including geographies, availability zones, and regions. This is relevant in the context of a broader trend that we call compliance as a service, where cloud providers offer services that help customers meet legal and regulatory requirements.